首先好热，再就是我应该要先看 Hera 的，大更新。
Unit to go for. Celts could be pretty dangerous. Hello everyone and welcome back to the video. Today we're going to be going through the new patch that just dropped on live servers. So as you know, I made a patch video like a week ago and that was the preview available for people to test out on the pup server. However, now it's finally on live servers that actually just dropped like 30 minutes ago. And we're going to go ahead and take a look at the patch notes. They told us here that for all the changes from the pup to live servers to now, the changes will be highlighted in bold. So I highly recommend, guys, if you haven't checked out my other video on the patch, definitely check that out. I went in detail on all the changes, but I'm going to go ahead and skim through it in this video, and I'm going to mostly comment on the changes in bold. So the changes that are different here in the live server than the patch note video I made a week ago. Keep in mind what we see here, like what we're gonna read through right now. This is 100% guaranteed. Everything that we see here will be in the game on this new patch. It's a massive patch. Let's go ahead and hop right into it. So starting things off, we've got the new.
他刚突然瞄了一下，他这个网站什么好像后面有更新，写的跟他现在写的不一样。
Tech Gambesons, nothing has changed. It's in the game now. And yeah, it costs 100 food, 100 gold, gives the militia line +1 pierce armor. It's available in Castle Age, and you have to get it after supplies. Not every civ actually has this technology. Moving on, we have general changes. I went
他说什么软甲没变，就这样。
through a lot of this in my other video, but we're gonna go ahead and read through it here. Eagle Scout, Eagle Warrior, and Elite Eagle Warrior cost increased from 20 food, 50 gold to 25 food, 50 gold, so 5 extra food cost per eagle. It sounds like a small nerf, but when you make like 40 eagles, it actually starts to add up, and usually you make a ton of eagles when you go for them. Then we see long swordsman, 200 swordsman.
说老鹰看起来小砍，但是打起来就是大砍。
And champion upgrade all get a little bit faster to research. This makes it a lot easier to get the champion in late game. So champions are going to be a lot stronger this patch, combining the fact that Gambesons is now a technology, the fact that we're getting, you know, the techs a little bit faster. The champion switch will be really scary in late game. Then we have
巴拉巴拉一堆，就是说天兵勇士终于出场率可以提高了，帝王时代很强，这样。
have pikeman upgrade research time decreased, and the cost of the upgrade also decreased. This is a huge buff. Honestly, at this point, I think knights are gonna have a hard time pushing into infantry and archer civilizations, just because pikeman is going to be that much easier to pick up. I still don't think pikeman alone is going to be enough to defend against knights in early Castle Age, but I think it's going to be a lot easier to tech.
这一段还是蛮好笑的，他就是一定要嘴一下你，算了啦，两个互嘴啊。反正老实讲，一定是他比较对啊，他至少对7成吧。不会啦，讲是陈初啊，陈初他还蛮有那个的。蛮有文雅，蛮文雅，至少没有说直接骂你。
into pikeman when you need it, and if you're defending a heavy knight push and you're already like well boomed, going into pikeman is going to be a great solution. So yeah, pikeman upgrade gets a buff. Not sure this was actually warranted. I think this actually might make knight play a lot harder.
重型长枪呢，又便宜又快。所以，反而相对来说，就是马国文明胜率会掉，因为通常 会主动打马国的国不会先出重枪，然后反而是通常都是步兵科技还不错的弓箭组会在城堡打重枪跟弩兵防守，所以他看好这样子，反而是弓文明会变强。
Which might be better at lower levels, but at top level, I think it is a little bit. It might be a little bit annoying, but whatever. Next, we see supplies research time decrease from 35 seconds to 20 seconds. So rushing supplies into Gam. Amberson will be a lot quicker now, which makes sense. Fishing ship collision size reduced.
攻击变快没差啦，反正他就是把它当算了，意思没什么差。
Reduced from 0.5 to 0.4. Okay, and then trade car collision size reduced.
赛事缩小，
Elite
马
step
车
up to
赛
pierce
事
armor
缩
increased
小
from 1 to 2. That's a good change.
草枪加一远防。
I like that one. Heavy Scorpion upgrade cost decreased from 1,000 food, 1,100 wood to 800 food and 900 wood. We might start seeing Heavy Scorpion play to counter champions in late game. It is a possibility. Heavy Scorpion still has a lot of problems and the unit itself didn't get buffed. However, it is slightly easier to get to the heavy upgrades. So Scorpions might make a return into the meta. We'll see how that develops. I still think the unit won't see that much play in 1v1s, but I still think, maybe in team games we might see it here and there, and it's, it could be an option, potentially.
意思说，因为步兵系都加强，所以重型弩车，本来就不差，只是太贵。那现在打折之后，就可以让它在帝王时代的时候，跟现在已经被 buff 过的民兵系对抗。
Murder holes research time decreased from 60 seconds to 35 seconds. That's a good change.
那个什么近射孔啊，无所
So now
谓。
you can get murder holes when you think a push is coming, and you will get it that much quicker. Sappers research cost changed from 400 food, 200 gold to 400 food and 200 wood. And it also gives you +3 vills, +3 damage versus rams for your vills. So fair enough.
那个叫什么兵工学，无所谓。
Alright, so now we've got a different change than from the pup. Elite Elephant Archer train time and the regular Elephant Archer train time decreased from 34 seconds.
虽然放在常规兵种，但这其实就只有 东南亚那3个文明有嘛。
To 32 seconds, so you make them faster. And the archer upgrade cost reduced from 1,000 food, 800 gold, to 900 food and 500 gold. So it's actually cheaper to get elite elephant. That is crazy. I don't think that was needed. Elite.
反正呢 ，Hira 觉得但相公已经够猛了，不应该还一次 buff 2个点。第一个就是省2秒，然后第二个就是升级精锐还更便宜，真的超便宜，它超级便宜，不知道在便宜什么。
Elephant Archer is actually a really good upgrade. The fact that it's getting a double buff, the unit gets made faster, and the upgrade is cheaper. I think Bengalis and Dravidians might be really strong this patch just because of that.
他觉得孟加拉跟达罗 P 图会因为这一条吃到很多红利嘛。
That's a really big change. I think Bengalis, specifically Bengalis might be really strong because of that. Siege Elephant upgrade cost increased from 650 wood to 850 wood, 850 food, sorry. Okay, that's fair enough. Janitors.
泥头像涨200，升级涨200，合理。
Not affected by recurve bow. It doesn't matter. Cannon galleon adjustments.
对啊，这句他常没翻呢，那叫什么？标枪骑兵，现在受惠于新的那叫什么？不对，不是新的，反曲弓是谁的？马扎尔的反曲弓。那汤血的是什么？不知道。然后拜占庭的毛减价 ，OK。
You can read through that. Not that relevant. All right, moving on to the Sif specific stuff now. All right, so we have Aztecs. Jaguar Warrior, this is a new change. Jaguar Warrior and its elite version will have an extra pierce armor, so increase from 1 to 2. They're going to receive Gambesons, which is nice, and they have 50 extra starting gold is only received after completing the first town center. Okay, I don't know why that's the case. I guess on Nomad stuff, they get the 50 gold later. It doesn't really matter too much.
当没什么兴趣啊，不过阿兹的暴勇士加1远防其实蛮强的，还是要对标，让一些看起来蛮奇怪，让一些步兵的保兵国的步兵对标有软甲的强度嘛，但是算了。
Next, we have Bengalis. New bonus, melee cavalry gain +2 bonus damage for skirms. Another buff to Bengali. This will affect their light cav, and this will affect their Ratha. This is actually really huge. I don't know why we keep buffing Bengalis. I think Bengalis will actually be a really top tier civ right now. First of all, monks are really broken right now. Second of all, they're getting buffed left and right.
他觉得孟加拉是这次本次最大赢家嘛？他说已经是一个不差的文明了，虽然说在低分段的胜率奇低无比啊，然后又他就说还加强，还左 buff 一点，右 buff 一点啊。
And they're also getting the new tech, so like Bengali just have everything right now. I think Bengali is going to be a scary civ, guys. It's almost like a meme to say that, but it's not a bad civ anymore. It's actually a really good civ. Elephant archers got buffed. Their Ratha and their light cav got buffed.
他说本来吹孟加拉的是那种类似迷因图，现在不是了，现在孟加拉是真的变很强了。
They have better infantry. Their unique tech could give them an extra pop in late game if they have a lot of monks. It's really, really smooth from what I can see here. Next up, we got Berbers. Villager movement speed adjusted to 5% in Dark Age and still 10% in Feudal. That's fine. Just to nerf the Vil Rush a little bit. Bohemians, site reforms cost reduced from 800 food.
伯伯什么？黑暗村民减速嘛，他觉得没什么。
450 gold to 500 food and 450 gold. This deck still won't see that much play though. But you know, it's maybe a little bit more of an option.
然后是那是榴弹炮嘛，榴弹炮打降价，升级降价，不是、啊？哦，没有肉身这个科技降价，他说没差，没什么差。
Option now. Good nerf on the Britons. Team bonus decreased from 20 to 10% faster working archery ranges. Fixed an issue with town center cost discount was not reducing the cost of repairing. Cool.
然后说他之前很喜欢的一个削弱就是不列颠的靶场，加速砍半，觉得以前太强了。
Bulgarians, they receive Gambesons. Zone discount does not apply to starting town center. Ooh. Okay, that's kind of a nerf to Bulgarians on Nomad. But they're not a really good Nomad civ anyways, but that just makes them a more generic Nomad civ, which is fair enough.
然后保家的开局 TC 石头减半被拿掉，他说反正大家影响游牧，其他没怎么差。
Then we see Burgundians. So Flemish militia will get changed completely here. Nothing's new here than what we saw in the other patch video, so I'll just leave it if you guys want to read through it. Basically, Flemish Revolution got a pretty big nerf in general for going for like 200 militias, but it will be cheaper if you go for like a few militia. I don't think it's going to be a good tech from now on. We'll see what happens though.
然后总而言之，勃艮第的起义就是被削烂，就这样。
Next up, we have Burmese. Elite around by upgrade cost adjusted from 1100 food, 675 gold to 1000 food and 750 gold. Okay, not much change there, but fair enough. They receive Gambesons. Burmese Gambesons will be pretty strong.
缅甸的那个精锐飞镖转换一下肉跟筋的价格，他说没什么差。然后缅甸拿到软甲，他的步兵系非常的强，就这样。
Byzantine Greek Fire now additionally provides 5 splash damage to bomber towers. Really weird, but fair. I wonder if this means that the bomber towers will now do friendly fire, that could be interesting. And they receive Gambesons. That's not going to matter that much for Byzantine, but it might make their Halb champion comp pretty good, I guess. Then we see Celts strong.
然后他说那个奇怪的希腊火改动嘛，然后他就说该不会之后会有那个吧？有什么友军伤害啊？然后他说哦，之后打那个剑兵勇士也不错了，拜占庭多一种垃圾兵选项。虽然说剑兵勇士可能不能叫垃圾兵。
Stronghold effect increased from 25 to 33%. Woad Raider gets some buffs as well. Stronghold now additionally heals allied infantry near castles by 30 HP per minute. So they're making the Stronghold effect quite strong. That's their Castle Age unique tech. I think that could be a nice buff to their infantry play. And then furthermore, their Woad Raiders.
就说 银冠盖强又加回血，所以这个东西看起来很强。
We're getting a pretty big buff here. So World Raider and its elite version has a big HP increase from 65 to 80 to, oh no, sorry, 65 in its elite version, 80. Okay, it's just a 5 increase to 70, 85. I thought it was a 15 increase. I was like, yo, that's crazy. So they're getting plus 5 HP and plus 1 attack. So as you can see, the attack is down here. That's a pretty big buff though. That's 2 buffs to the World Raider.
然后他说也是加2点嘛，加5血加1攻。
I don't think this makes Celts top tier. I don't think Celts suddenly become a really smooth Civ, but I think this gives them a power unit that isn't Halb or Siege. So it gives them another power unit to go for. Celts could be pretty dangerous with this. We'll keep an eye on them. They also receive Gambesons, so their champion play is pretty pretty solid too. Chinese. No changes.
我想说什么？然后获得软奖，大家都这样。然后中国没有改太好了。
They tried to change the start. Everyone said, no, we don't like this. Not a lot of people were actually in favor of that change. They reverted it. Thank you. Don't touch a classic like Chinese. I know the win rate is different. Or it's, the win rate's crazy. It's like really high at high level and really low win rate at low level. That's fine. It's one. One Civ out of 42. You know what I mean? It's one weird Civ out of 42. Happy to see no changes there.
然后他说太好了，中国改那个什么东西，大家都选手级别都不喜欢。他知道想要平衡一下那个什么差异化，但是他个人觉得差异化明明就很好。为什么要改？
Moving on, we got Dravidians. New bonus, siege units cost minus 33% wood. Oh, dude, Dravidians and Megalis are going to be so freaking strong. I'm calling it right now. They're not going to be like top 5, but they're definitely making a reappearance into the meta. Dravidians and Megalis, you heard it here first.
然后 Hira 说，达罗 P 图跟梦甲呢，他现在就放话，这2个文明有可能会到前5强。
They just keep getting buffed, man. I swear. This doesn't affect their armored elephants because they don't cost wood. So this affects bombard cannons, heavy scorpion, and onagers, and they get SO, so that's pretty good. Medical.
SO 是什么？听不懂。反正就是新加成，工程武器厂减3%木头，比韩国的打折还多。
Corp cost reduced from 350 food to 250 gold, so reduced a little bit of cost there, and they buffed it.
那个什么医疗向单位回血的。变便宜，然后回血量又变20变30。
It's still going to be trash because healing for elephants isn't really that good. But it might end up being pretty good for elephant archers actually. So this could be helpful for elephant archers. We'll see. Oh, this also affects Trebs. That's pretty big. Okay. Okay, fair.
真的
And then
他说好像不止啊，他不是工程武器所，这是全部单位，所以他说巨头也可以。
receive Gambesons, nice. Now we have Ethiopian. Team bonus changed. Now it gives towers and outposts plus 3 line of sight, and then outposts plus 3 line of sight and stone cost removed. Oh, okay. It got changed from this to this. So now it's outposts plus 3 line of sight and stone cost removed. Okay. So instead of having more line of sight from towers, you get no stone on outposts. That's a nice little change. I like that. If you have Ethiopian ally, you can make outposts for a lot cheaper. Royal Heir's effect changed from.
他这个好像没说要点哦，他有一些人舍不得做眼睛，就是因为当然就是那个精打细算派啊，就是说50头你一盖下去，你就等于其实意识上就是等于你少一座 TC， 城堡之在开始做 TC， 所以就不会有人在你在守家的时候做哨塔当视野。但他这里拿掉这个意思就是说，看我们本来就是视野。
Shotel warriors train 100% faster to Shotels and camo units.
还没讲他说现在这样就可以一所就可以乱插视野。
Receive -3 damage from mounted units. Elite Shotel warrior train time decreased from 8 seconds to 4 seconds. So they gave you the Royal Heir's upgrade effect from before to make the Shotels train faster. They gave that for free when you get Elite Shotels. And they now made their Shotels and their Camel a lot stronger against mounted units. The Shotels will be really strong against Hussars because -3 damage is huge. Against Paladin, they're still going to be weak, but they're going to be really strong against Camels and Hussar. That's my thought process there.
弯刀呢，先把他的原银冠嘛，银冠，原本银冠的那个龙族，还什么皇族血脉，加100%速度，直接送给精锐科技，然后又多了一个新银冠，就是弯刀勇士跟骆驼单位，也等于是有3的那个骑兵护甲，不能这样讲。这样讲对吧？算了，应该对吧？所以他说弯刀会对抗，就是被肉麻飞家的时候，你可以拿弯刀防守了。
Franks receive Gambesons. Goth, new bonus, hunt lasts 20% longer. Goth will be pretty strong after this, I think. I don't think.
法兰克拿软甲，什么也没讲。
I think Goth are going to be top tier, but I think they're going to jump to mid tier with this bonus. This bonus is really good. Gurjara.
歌德拿到这个打猎多20%肉，就可以从最烂文明跻身到中等文明。他讲
whatever this word is, cost increase from 200 food, 400 gold to 500 food, 450 gold. Oh my god. Bro, I swear, Gurjaras get double nerfed. Elite Shawarma Rider cost increase.
那个曲折罗那个叫什么？我看一下。萨蒂利亚，哇
Increased from 70 food, 20 gold to 70 food, 30 gold.
萨蒂利变很贵，因为可能被发现这个科技太强了。
Double nerfed, that's so much.
然后白马嘛，白马多10斤。
I don't even. If this was in the other patch, I don't think I even overreacted to this, but this is so bad. Gurjaras will be destroyed. I'm happy about that because I hate Gurjaras. I think they're boring to play. I think they're really annoying to face. So I'm happy they're going to be trash, but they're going to be bad guys.
他说：“这个改动非常的大，虽然说他个人很讨厌曲折，但是这个改动也太大了。”
Skajaras will drop to like D tier. This is a really big nerf. Yeah, like they were really broken and they got nerfed to the ground. This is like their 4th time getting nerfed. This is crazy.
他说这是第4刀了。他说这个文明直接掉到地心了。他
Atheism cost decreased from 500 food, 500 gold to 500 food and 300 wood. So now it doesn't cost you gold. It might make an appearance in 1v1, but still not 100% convinced.
匈奴那个又叫什么？无神论啊，无神论大降价啊，变成垃圾科技，不对，人家垃圾资源科技。但是他说可能还是见不到吧，那有什么用？反正也没有那个100%，就是也没有那个加100年的那个嘛，然后什么少50%黄金收入有用吗
Incas. Andean Sling now additionally provides +1 attack to slingers. Okay. Fixed an issue where slingers incorrectly
好像偷吃手打手指手，现在加1攻，看不到。
gain attack speed from Thumbring. Fair. This is
然后投掷手现在就不吃拇指环的加攻速。
big one. New bonus military cost -15, 20, 25, 30% food in Dark Feudal Castle and Imp. That's a pretty big bonus. I did try it out and I wanted to record the video for YouTube, but it ended up being a pretty terrible game, so I probably won't be uploading that one. I will try to get another video with the Incas gameplay showing off this bonus, but my initial reaction is that it's going to help a lot in mid-late game, but your main units are like Eagle, Monk, Crossbow. They don't cost food or that much food, and so this bonus isn't as OP as it sounds, but in late game, I think when it comes to like Halberdier, Skirm spamming, that's when it becomes really good. So early game doesn't help that much, late game helps a lot.
那种因为印加前中期的主力兵种其实吃不多食物，所以这一点看起来还不强。但是打到后面垃圾战的时候，你的骑兵、战矛跟反正某些单位，你打折达到30%的时候。就会很猛。
Lose access to supplies, but that's fine because you have this. Camu cost increased from 60 food, 30 gold.
顺便也拔了攻击因为上面有打折了。
65 food, 30 gold, but it gets offset because of that. Slinger cost increase, offset because of that. Bonus removed, start with a free llama, no longer a thing. Team bonus effect change.
他说团队加分改羊驼，我们上次说过了。就是现在变成每人发1只羊驼。
Change from Spearman Skirmisher plus 2 line of sight to start with a free llama. So their team bonus is now starting with a free llama, so you still have that. And stone discount does not apply to starting town center, which is fair. Big.
然后一样就是第一个 TC 不享受石头打折。
Change this to Incas, guys. Next we have the Japanese. They now get hoardings, which is fair enough. Elite Samurai cost.
hoarding 是什么？真的是不看认不出来。Technology hoarding 找不到呢。那个城堡的加血科技OK， 很正常吧？本来没给嘛。
Cost reduced from 60 food and 30 gold to 50 food and 30 gold. So a buff to the samurais, and this is brand new. So that's exciting. Really happy about that. I think samurai are a cool unit. Would like to see more of that. Katabuta cost is reduced. I am shocked that they reduced. This is a good technology. I am shocked they reduced it. This is a huge buff to the Japanese. Shout out Spirit of the Law. He might even hit rank 1 after this. Who knows? They also
He might even hit rank 这个叫那个什么打包机什么打包机加速那个，看一下对吗？这个金冠本来没人点嘛，本来就很强吧？那个日本那个3秒打包很猛然后现在大降价，减200木又减100金然后他说日本武士肉量打折也是非常好。
To receive Gambison, so Japanese get some massive buffs. I really love the Civ, so I'm happy that's happening.
日本大 buff。
Khmer Ballista Elephant Armor changed from -2 to 0. I don't understand the whole like armor class stuff, so you can read here if you're interested, but basically nothing changes. You don't even make this unit if you're Khmer, you just go something else.
好吧，他不喜欢高棉这个看不懂的变更，就是说呢，把那个什么什么副的护甲然后拿掉，但是多一个那个胡斯派护甲，就变成说他非常的怕投石车，就这样。
Okay, Koreans elite turtle ship range increased from 6 to 7. Okay, small buff to the turtle ships, that's nice. And then we see them getting gamisons, which is fair.
然后软甲跟龟甲穿射程+1。
Lithuanians bonus for starting with 150 food change to each town center providing 100 food. I actually hate this bonus change. It is a buff to Lithuanians, don't get it twisted. It is a buff. You start with 50 less food, but if you like in Castle Age, if you make more town centers, you get more food. This is gonna make their boom really strong. What's gonna happen is that Lithuania will try to go like, especially on maps like Arena, they're gonna try to go for like 4 TC really fast in Castle Age, and then the food will help you keep the town centers running. So this will help their boom drastically. I personally don't like the bonus because it kind of changes the identity of Lithuanians being really strong early and really.
上个厕所。
Really strong late. Now they're really strong throughout the entire game. Lithuanians will be quite deadly, guys. Keep.
他说呢，这个本来呢，立陶宛这改动他不喜欢，但是现在就变成说，在不是开放图，就是封闭图啊，封闭图呢，它可以很顺利的直接4 TC 或你如果想要5 TC 开农，然后他给那100肉。都可以让 TC 更顺利的运行，所以又觉得非常强。
For this stuff. Then we have Malay receive infantry armor upgrades for free. Probably the biggest bonus in this whole patch. This is such a massive buff. It is absolutely ridiculous. Malay are going to be so strong. They also receive gambesons. This upgrade helps not only the militia, get the extra armor in the early game, it helps their men-at-arm rush, it helps their longsword transition, it helps their pikeman transition, it helps the karambit transition. This helps so much, it's ridiculous.
karambit 是什么？完了，讲那英文，我自己来看一下。哦，那个半爪刃啊，半个人也变强了，你觉得吗？他随便讲的吧。 虽然都总之他觉得免费拿到步兵甲，马来就变成流氓是吧？怎么可能
？Malians, this is also the other civ that got buffed the most. The Gebetto got some extra HP by 5, which is nice. And then 30% longer lasting gold mines. That bonus was changed to villagers drop off 15% more gold. And that is actually a really big bonus. So now they get more gold coming in. This is different than what they had in the pup though. So this is slightly different. I don't know why it's not bolded. But villagers drop off 15% more gold. That's a big bonus. Tigui additional arrows. That's their silver crown. Goes up to 8, which is nice. Wood discount not applied to
那个飞刀女猎手加无血，然后其实这都没变嘛，没有，对，这都没变，跟之前的更新没变，反正就是挺强。
Starting town center. So Malians will be quite strong. That is, yeah, quite nice. It's the same. It wasn't pup? Okay. Okay, I guess I just leaked some of the discussions and debates on the back end of things. Sorry. But yeah, this was the pup, so it's going to be a pretty big change, which is good. Persians receive gambesons, not going to matter too much for them, but fair. 50 extra starting food and wood are received after completing the first town center. This is a big change for Persians. As you can see, all the early game bonuses will apply after your town center. This matters a lot for Nomad because now you can't make your dock and a fishing ship before your town center comes up. Persians got a huge nerf on Nomad, but so did a lot of the other civilizations. It's still going to be a good civ on Nomad, but it's not going to be the undisputed best anymore.
讲到波斯的时候，他终于讲了这个，就是波斯在游牧为什么是超级大哥，就是因为他这个50目可以直接出第一艘渔船，在你 TC 都还没有亮之前，但是现在就不行了。所以对于波斯是一个大 nerf， 但是所有的早期加成也都拔掉，所以呢，波斯就不是唯一神，但是他还是一个游牧很好的文明，然后拿了一个没录用的软甲。
Pole's villager regeneration bonus now starts in Feudal Age. If you're getting Pole Villa Rush before, A, get good. B, it's not going to happen again. So that's, yeah, not something you have to worry about until Feudal Age at least. Portuguese, their organ gets a massive change. This makes it worse overall. Read through it if you want. I'm not going to explain it because I don't know it myself. Elite Caravel upgrade cost adjusted. Fair enough. Not going to matter too much. And they receive Gambesons. So overall, a nerf to organs, but a buff to the Civ. Aside from organs, overall it's a nerf though, because organ was a really good tool for this Civ.
然后就跟黑鸭讲一样，总体来说就是削了风琴炮，然后给步兵软甲，就这样。
Saracens.
等等。
Zealotry cost reduced from 500 food 450 gold to 400 food 400 gold. Nice little buff to Saracens, I like that. And they also receive Gambesons.
杀生的是金冠吧？对，银冠。OK， 就是骆驼加血的科技变便宜，然后给
Fair enough. Oh man, Sicilians. Castles and town centers built 100% faster, change to castles build 50% faster, and town centers build 100% faster. So basically, castles will be slightly slower to build with the Civ. Farm upgrade bonus changed from 100% to 125% food per upgrade. So now you really want to get those upgrades as Sicilians. Donjons now affected by hoarding.
它好像特别有写嘛，就是说细致的地方就是跟之前 PVP 一样，那只有出体是正式上架后的改动，所以其他都一样。细细多了一个就是 本来农田科技是双倍食物，现在变成2.25倍嘛，就是好像已经破千了嘛。本来是900多，现在是破千嘛。
I think that's a nice buff for late game. Donjon can now train Spearman Line. We saw that in the pup version. Yeah, that's really good. Donjon now functions as a prerequisite for archery range and stable. So you don't need to make a barracks in early game. You could make a donjon. What we're going to see, I'm pretty sure about it, is rush the feudal age, make a donjon on your woodline, your berries, or your gold, and then you can go for a range or a stable after that. And I think we're going to see Sicilians be a defensive civilization playing around that donjon. And then in late game, you have a ton of options. First Crusade was nerfed, so yeah, it's been changed. You get less units, but you pay less for it as well. I think it's just a pretty meh upgrade at this point. Sergeants do get a buff though on their HP. The elite upgrade gets lowered. They repair slower and build slower in feudal, which is fine. They receive gambesons and yeah, no mad nerf basically. So overall, I'll summarize this by saying that Sicilians are gonna be better. This is a net buff, and they're gonna be different. But this is a pretty huge buff, to be honest. All of these changes combined.
好吧，他说如果总体来说的话，对西西是 buff， 虽然说就不是很直观的那种 buff。
Thank you, Colt White, for the 4 months tier 1. Moving on to Slavs, we now see that the boyar cost has been adjusted to 60 food, 70 gold. Joshina cost reduced from absurd amount of food to just 900, 500. They receive gambesons, and free supplies also includes free gambesons. Really big changes for the Slavs. I like them, helping out the infantry. It's not massive changes now that I'm reading it, but it's nice buffs, quality of life buffs for the Slavs. Helps them get to their infantry.
好吧，反正意思是说都是小增强，但是全部给 CF，OK， 他觉得很开心。
Spanish Inquisition gives missionaries +1 range. Conquistador -1 pierce armor. Elite unchanged. Good change there. I like that one. New bonus: gain 20 gold for each technology researched. Really strong bonus. Receive gambesons. Nice. Build speed bonus does not apply to starting town centers, so Spanish are not going to be insane on Nomad anymore, but they're still going to be kind of strong. Conquistador with Spanish is still good. This is a net buff for sure. Tatars.
他就说，这也是总体来说是加强，然后马枪还是很强，不要觉得是少一顿就在哭腰，他的意思是这样。
Keshik train time increased. Nerf to the Keshiks. I like that. They're really strong.
他觉得清茶很强诶，然后 nerf 1秒他也爽。OK。
Turks artillery cost changed. It's a nerf. Tuins.
Turks 那个是什么？哦，金冠加2射程削了一点 ，OK， 合理。
Elite Teutonic Knights cost reduced from 85 food and 40 gold to 85 food and 30 gold. So 40 gold to 30 gold. That was a new change, or a brand new change. I like that one. Yeah, and they received gambesons. Small bonus to the Teutons, nothing huge though. Vietnamese.
他觉得这个 buff 不大但其实还不错吧。你说20只少200金，算了，好像也不是很大。
Paper money changed, nothing crazy.
之前改了，他觉得也没差 ，OK。
And Vikings basically get a new bonus where it says Chieftain's effect now also provides infantry with gold generation while attacking villagers, trade units, and monks. So you kill a village, you get 5 gold. You kill a monk or a trade unit, you get 20 gold. Fair enough. Chieftain cost has also been reduced. Berserker Gang has been replaced with Boggs Vagar, and it gives Archer Line and Longbows +1 attack, but Longboats lose one of their bonus damage against ships. So Longboats will basically remain unchanged after you get the tech, and actually worse before you get the tech. Elite Berserk healing increased from 20 HP per minute to 40 HP per minute, so they're basically giving you the Berserker Gang healing for free. So Berserks are going to be very strong, and they also receive gambesons. Alright, there's also
就那样，叽里呱啦叽里呱啦，就是说我已经也是一样把 原本金冠给精锐，然后加了一个强弩跟龙头船加1攻的金冠，然后龙头船减1攻，不对，对，然后减1对船附加嘛，是这意思吧？所以点满才比原本的烂，但是弩兵变强，然后围巾狂上士变强。
Very strong, and they also receive gambesons. Alright, there's also a bunch of map balance you guys can read through. I'm going to go ahead and link the patch in the description below. Guys, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a comment and subscribe on the channel. Let me know in the comments below if you guys, liked the patch, if you're excited to play it, what you like the most, that kind of stuff. I'll go ahead and read through them when I get some spare time and reply to some of them that I like. I'm going to go back on the stream now and play some games to get you guys some more content on YouTube. Thank you guys, and peace.
难怪他刚先关播了一下，然后就去录这个。其实说完就只是这样，就是大概就这样。要不然看一下 Viper 的版本哦。
Hello everyone, the new patch has dropped. I think it dropped roughly like 30 minutes ago, so I mean, let's check out what exactly is up. We have already gone through all the balance changes, preliminary balance changes anyway, previously in a previous video that will probably be linked in the description if my editor does a good job. But now the official patch is out, so as you can see when I'm scrolling here, it's a huge patch. There's so much to go through. I think they may have snuck in more balance changes as well. So let's just go for it, shall we? Alright. Hello and welcome to an exciting and fun-filled update for Age of Empires 2, the Definitive Edition. We can soon more. This is a huge one with massive balance changes, bug fixes, and some new mods available as in-game options. Plus, there's an all-new Spicy Expeditions event to celebrate springtime. The merchants have come to town and have brought some very flavorful rewards from faraway lands. Complete daily challenges and unlock saffron fields, burning chilies, and colorful shops to decorate your town center. While there are plenty of notable fixes and features to look forward to in today's build, here are some of the big highlights coming with this month's update. Spicy Expeditions event, massive balance update, a mountain of bug fixes based on your feedback, and a few mods are now available as in-game options, small trees and idle economy unit pointers. Great changes. I think some of these mods are like essential to play the game, so the fact that they add some of them as like in-game options, I think is very good. It's the same as like with the grid mod, for example. All those things are in the game because everyone uses it with good reason. Alright, let's get to it. Because I'm afraid this video might be very long, and I've had a long stream today, so let's carry on. This month is dedicated to the adventurous merchants who risked life and limb to obtain luxuries for their customers throughout the ages. They share the world's finest indulgences and colorful shops bursting with spices from faraway lands, thanks to fearless explorers in search of commerce. There are some new rewards. This one is quite nice. You pull open the shirt and you get the Age of Empires Definitive Edition shirt. That's cool. Right, I'm gonna get to the things I care about. There will be a link to the patch notes as well in the description of the video. So if you want to read through everything, make sure to do that. The game no longer becomes unresponsive and loses multiplayer features when leaving a clan. Okay. Typing a scenario editor. Okay. Graphics. Fixed an issue where one of the stone mine variations had black marks. Unit movement animation no longer stutters while guarding another unit when the unit is moving. I wonder if this is going to impact like the boar when you're luring like 3 boars at once and they keep stuttering next to each other. Unit movement animation no longer stutters while guarding another unit when the unit is moving. Okay, let's see how that works. Fixed an issue where the shield was upside down in Legionary idle and walk animations. Okay. Legionary attack animation now has 2 extra variations. Added the fire version of Slinger's projectile, which is used after chemistry is researched. Ah, so Slingers now get like a fireball. That's cute. Audio, village, okay. User interface. Technology tree was showing the item cost from the currently played civilization when viewing another civilization's tech tree. Makes sense. Remove the inaccurate mention of range increase from the upgrade to keep. Profile menu, H up buttons, non-extended tooltip, okay. Okay, the standard stuff. These are the in-game mods. Cool. Hotkeys allowed combining the functionality of several go-to buildings and select all buildings hotkeys when they are set to the same keys. This allows selecting different buildings together or cycling through them using one key. Ah, cool. Multiple building queue now works for units which are trainable from different buildings. Oh, yes. So you can now combine barracks and castles if you want to make huskarls from all of them. That one has been quite annoying over the years. The same goes for Tarkins.
他说我这个好像没有实际修好，可能还要等他 fix。就是你如果是什么各单位，什么奇形怪状的单位，都可以在那个那个出的话，你可以全部选，然后他会把它就等于有一个特定兵种，譬如说哥德卫队可能是 Z 之类的。你所有建筑按 Z 就会出哥德卫队。
Conic sergeants as well. I didn't even want to make castles after I made dungeons because I didn't want to have to bother queuing up from castles and dungeons. Hotkeys that use control plus a mouse button will now execute hotkeys correctly. Okay. Allowed ungarrisoned units from allied buildings using ungarrisoned hotkey. Okay. Fixed an issue where the gate rotation hotkey had lower priority than game commands. Okay. Xbox stuff. I'm not too interested in this. I know a lot of people play on Xbox these days. So if you want to check them out, feel free. Gameplay. Random number generator. So RNG has been improved to avoid situations where it could return the same result over and over. This affects villager training randomness, accuracy of ranged units, and conversion randomness. Okay. Oh, conversion randomness. Ooh. Fish traps can no longer be stolen. What? Fish traps can no longer be stolen by fishing ships of other players if they are being worked on. So you cannot do the cheeky convert one fishing ship and steal all the fish traps anymore. Interesting. That probably makes sense. But then you shouldn't be allowed to steal farms from people either if they're being worked on. Okay. When attempting to garrison units, units will now move to the target building even if it's full. Okay, that's good. That's good. I like that. Monks and priests with relic do not drop relics anymore when tasked to a full monastery. Instead, the building is full message appears. Great. Not too often that you have full monastery relics though, but yeah. Villagers no longer stay idle after finishing constructing a building, garrisoning into it, and being ungarrisoned by sending back to work button. Okay. Units no longer evacuate fish trap foundations when it starts. Yes! Playing Rage Forest and having those fishing ships always... Oh wait, units no longer evacuate. Ah. So that might also count for fishing ships. This might fix the fish boom where the fishing ships keep going all over the place after their fish traps are being rebuilt. Enemy players during treaty are no longer treated as allies when doing the spy treason command. Okay, auto scout no longer fails to work. Okay. Adding units to a control group no longer causes group to hold more units than selectable. Okay. Excess units are now correctly removed from the control group. Okay. Ranged units now have consistent attack delay when automatically attacking after receiving a stop command. Same as when receiving an attack command. That sounds good. Shift Q now works properly for a group of monks picking relic. Great. I've had that issue a few times. Unit spawning cheats. Okay, don't care. Group of trebuchets can no longer ignore first instant of stop command when unpacking. Ah, that's good as well. Sometimes they just ignore what you're telling them to do. Buildings can no longer drop units through walls, gates, buildings, trees, relics, or resources. So you can no longer go through a wall with a tower, or if your barracks is through a corner, I'd imagine you cannot send a spearman through the corner of a wall or something like that. We'll find out. Fishing ships will now properly go to the nearest fish when they deplete their current fish. Good stuff. Fortifications can no longer end up with less than the intended amount of secondary projectiles upon ungarrisoning units have. Okay. Stop icon can no longer disappear from Trebuchet's control panel. Good. Because that one has been triggering me sometimes. Ungarrison command now. Appreciate garrison. So I have to just okay. Good stuff. Placement and stuff. Because if there's anything that stands out as new. Otherwise I will refer to the previous video where I went through all the balance changes. But yeah, new technology, Gambesons, militia line plus 1 pierce armor. We know that the cost available in cast age out of supplies. And here are all the civs that get Gambesons. I don't know if they've changed anything, if they've given it to other civs since last time. And I'm not going to go back and make a comparison, but feel free to check it out. Eagle Scout, Eagle War, Elite War. So yeah, Eagles now cost 25 food. We know that. Longsword is faster. All the upgrades for the champion line is faster. Pikeman is also faster and cheaper to upgrade. Supplies is faster. Fiction ship collision size reduced, so it's easier to make a fish boom happen, I think. Trade cog collision reduced by 40%. That's significant. Trade cogs might be back in the business. Vipetinho, hello Tato. Step Lancers, Elite Step Lancers now have 2 pairs armor, so I'm looking forward to see Elite Step Lancers in Imperial Age now. Especially with a civ like Tatters, where they already have decent armor, so I'm looking forward for that. Heavy Scorpion upgrade now is reduced to 800 food, 900 wood. That's going to be super cheap for Bulgarians. Like 400 food, 450 wood, and you have Heavy Scorpions. That is pretty sweet. Murder holes, research time decreased. Sappers is cheaper, 400 food, 450 wood, and you have Heavy Scorpions. That is pretty sweet. Murder holes, research time decreased. Sappers is cheaper. It costs wood now instead of gold. And it adds +3 damage for villagers against rams. Looks like all of these changes are the same as they were previously. So I will refer to the previous video for that. Elite Jaguar Warriors get +1 pierce armor. I don't remember that one being in the previous video. Wait. So they're like, this is like in bold font. I guess this is because it's also additionally to the previous updates. Let me see if they say anything about that. Thank you for all the gameplay and feedback on the pup. We took some notes and made adjustments to the patch since then. The changes are highlighted in bold below. Sweet. Okay, so we know where to look then. For everything else, I refer again to the previous video. Check it out. Okay, so Elephant Archer train time decreased from 34 to 32 seconds. I think it was bigger, so they probably shrinked the distance a little bit more. Elite Elephant Archer now is 900 food for 500 gold. I think it was cheaper previously, so they made it slightly more expensive compared to the initial change. Okay, cool. So Jaguar Warriors getting +1 pierce armor. Very interesting. So they're going to end up with a total of 6 pierce armor now, right? That's not too shabby. Now, Arbalets will do 4 damage per hit. They're still gonna die to ranged units, but this is still a very, very significant buff to Jaguars. Because it's like, often you will fight under castles and things like that, so getting an extra pierce armor is very nice. That's we might see more Jaguars with that in mind. Okay, let's keep moving down. Okay, Woad Raiders.
Okay.
So HP increased from 65 to 70 for the regular ones and 80 to 85 for elite. Woad Raiders attack increased by 1 as well. Ooh, I don't know. I feel like Woad Raiders were good already. And now they're getting a buff? I think the issue with Woad Raiders is that, generally speaking, the best composition for Celts is like Halberdier Siege. So that's why you don't see Woad Raiders that much. But yeah, another like 5 HP and 1 more attack. They have the same attack as Paladin now. That's really significant. Woad Raiders might be seen a lot more now. There needs no changes. Yeah, looking forward to see Woad Raiders here. So Dravidians, Medical Corpse cost reduced from 350 food, 250 gold to 300 food, 200 gold. Just 50 less on each. It's the one where elephants heal. Medical Corpse effect increased from 20 HP a minute to 30 HP a minute. So elephant units heal 30 HP every minute with this unique tech researched. I think it's fine. Okay, what else do we have in store? Japanese Samurai cost reduced 50 food and 30 gold to 50 food, 30 gold. So a 10 food cost reduction. That is honestly solid. I also think samurai are very good in certain scenarios. So 10 food reduction is significant. I think we might see more samurai as well. At least people can justify going samurai more often than before. Again, ballista elephants are going to be worse now against siege units, for example.
也是啊。
Alright, what else do we have? Looks like they haven't added that much new stuff. Okay. Farm upgrade bonus increased from 100% to 125%. So we probably want even more to do horse collar, heavy plow, etc. Now it's Sicilians. Not massive, but still like a slight buff.
真的是小
Sicilians bunch of changes.
极度危险。
Alright, okay. Teutons. Teutonic Knight. Cost reduced from 85 food 40 gold to 85 food 30 gold. Ooh, that is spicy.
That is spicy.
So it's now 10 gold less per Teutonic Knight. That is actually very spicy. I definitely can see myself making some more Teutonic Knights with this change. It will not feel nearly as expensive. Like they're the same gold cost now as a samurai. That's pretty sick.
对了，也是。
Okay, and that was all those
文明的就这样
changes.
没了。
A bunch of map changes as well.
好了，那今天就到这
Random
样
map。scripting.
好啦
Lobbies and map.
那就这样好，啪啪啪啪啪啪啪啪啪啪。